Martin O'Neill will not be in the Celtic dugout this afternoon as the Hoops head to Rugby Park to face Kilmarnock. We also have the truth behind the Claudio Braga transfer rumours that have been doing the rounds, Sean Maloney explaining the thinking behind Paulo Bernardo's surprise exit, an update on Johnny Kenny's future at the club, and Chris Sutton making a big prediction about Casper ahead of today's match. Let's get into it, but first make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Martin O'Neill will not be in the Celtic dugout for this afternoon's Scottish Premiership clash with Kilmarnock at Rugby Park, with the 74-year-old continuing his recovery following a small medical procedure earlier this week. Sunsport confirmed the news this afternoon. Sean Maloney and the rest of the Celtic coaching staff will take full charge of the team in O'Neill's absence. It follows a positive update from Maloney on Friday when he confirmed O'Neill had been discharged from hospital and was feeling significantly better than earlier in the week. O'Neill had already missed Celtic's final training session before the trip to Ayrshire, with Maloney overseeing preparations alongside Mark Fotheringham and Stephen McManus. At that stage, there was still no final decision on whether O'Neill would be able to attend the game. That decision has now been made, and he will remain away from the dugout to allow his recovery to continue at the right pace. Maloney has handled all of Celtic's pre-match media duties this week and has been heavily involved in preparing the squad for the visit to Rugby Park. He has stepped into the primary role before in difficult circumstances and knows this group of players extremely well. Celtic are in capable hands this afternoon. The wider picture is what will be in the back of every supporter's mind. Celtic face Lask in the first leg of the Champions League playoff at Celtic Park on the 19th of August. That is 10 days away. Getting O'Neill fully fit and back at the helm before those games is the priority. The club have described the procedure as a small one, and his discharge from hospital suggests the recovery is moving in the right direction. For today, the focus is on Maloney and the coaching team delivering a second Premiership win of the season. Now for the main story, as Celtic News can set the record straight on the Claudio Braga transfer rumours, after reports over the weekend suggested Celtic were ready to step up their interest in the Hearts attacker. Celtic News understands there have been no discussions between Celtic and Hearts and no contact from Celtic regarding Braga whatsoever. That is a clear and direct denial of the speculation that has been circulating, and supporters should treat the weekend reports accordingly. Braga has been an impressive form at Tynecastle, and it is easy to see why his name has been floated. He is a 26-year-old Portuguese attacker with real quality, playing consistently in the Scottish Premiership and attracting attention from clubs both inside and outside Scotland. On paper, his profile fits what Celtic have been looking to add in the wide areas this summer. But paper links and actual transfer activity are two very different things. Haitham Hassan remains Celtic's most advanced and most genuine target in attack, with a deal for the real Oviedo winger progressing and the finer details between the clubs still being resolved. Maloney himself said this week that signing one more specialist wide player with the right profile could be enough to close that particular recruitment need. Braga could yet enter the picture before the window shuts, particularly if Hassan takes longer than expected or if Celtic decide to pursue multiple additions. But at this stage, there is nothing in it. No approach has been made. No talks have taken place. The rumour was wide of the mark. In other news, Sean Maloney has explained the thinking behind Paulo Bernardo's surprise departure from Celtic this summer, making clear the decision came down entirely to the midfielder's need for regular game time. Bernardo has joined Górnik Zabrze on loan for the season, with the Polish club also holding an option to make the move permanent at the end of the loan period. The exit caught some supporters off guard, with a feeling among many fans that the Portuguese midfielder had never been given a consistent enough run in the team to show what he was truly capable of. Maloney addressed that directly. Speaking to the Celtic Way, he said, "Paulo and Martin spoke. There was a loan offer for him in January and we really wanted him to stay. He's a brilliant professional and a great player, but he needed to play games. Paulo and Martin came to the decision that if he wasn't going to be a regular here, he should go and get games. That is an honest account. Celtic wanted to keep him in January. By the summer, with the squad being reshaped and the competition for midfield places remaining fierce, it became clear that regular minutes at Parkhead were not going to come. The move was agreed in the best interests of the player." Maloney was also notably warm about Bernardo as a person, adding, "He is a great professional, a great guy, and trains 100% every day, even when he doesn't make squads. We will see where he is at in 12 months' time." That line matters because Gornick hold an option to buy permanently. There is no guarantee Bernardo returns to Celtic at the end of the season. In other news, Johnny Kenny's hopes of a return to Bolton Wanderers this summer have taken a blow after manager Steven Schumacher admitted he is not sure his club can financially afford to bring the Celtic striker back. Kenny was excellent during his loan spell at Bolton in the second half of last season, scoring 6 goals and contributing important assists as the club secured promotion to the Championship. Injury cut his campaign short before the playoffs, but what he had already delivered made him a real fan favourite at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. Schumacher has made no secret of how much he rates the 23-year-old. Speaking to the Bolton News, he said, "He came in, made a huge impact, scored some really important goals for us, got some assists, and he's a player who I've said I would love to work with again because he was a brilliant character. Now, whether we can make that happen again, I'm not sure. I don't know whether we can financially afford it." He also noted uncertainty over whether Kenny would even be available from Celtic on loan or permanently. At Celtic, the situation is complicated by the arrivals of Casper and Camilo Duran, plus the continued presence of Callum Osman pushing for minutes. Kenny was also absent from Celtic's squad number list for the new season, which rarely signals a rosy future at the club. Another loan, a permanent move, or an unexpected return to the first-team picture all remain possible. A decision will come before the window closes. Lastly, Chris Sutton has backed Casper to make his mark for Celtic this afternoon and believes the new Kilmarnock grass surface will help bring out the best in both sides at Rugby Park. Sutton was speaking ahead of today's game and was full of enthusiasm about Kilmarnock's decision to return to a natural grass pitch after years on artificial turf. Speaking on Sky Sports, he said, "I've come here for so many seasons and I detest watching football on a plastic pitch. I understand why clubs have had them installed, but no, I think football is a far better spectacle when it's played on grass." He was also impressed by the condition of the new surface itself. The conversation then moved to who was denied on his debut against Dundee despite getting into several excellent positions. Sutton is relaxed about the missed chances and confident the goals will come. He said, "He seems a confident type of guy, doesn't he? A big, strong character, but it's important as a Celtic striker that he has a good season and gets his fair share of goals. It's all about when you miss a chance, having the courage to keep making those runs and getting in the right positions. I'm sure the goals will come, but the sooner he gets off the mark, the better for him and the better for Celtic." That's all the latest Celtic news for today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next one. Hail, hail.